disc golfers, and welcome to the 19th hole. I am your host, Eddie Wooders, and alongside me tonight, Mike Dunn.
What's up, Eddie? I tell you what, this is our third season, our fifth episode, and I couldn't be more excited to be doing this show with you, my friend.
Upgraded a little bit of equipment. You guys might notice the sound quality.
Yeah, you know what?
We can hear everything now, Mike.
Yeah, thank you for these contributions, everybody. We really appreciate it. Keep them coming. So we got new microphones, we got new cameras, new computer system.
We got that new funky tune called High Frequency that was given to us by Alex V.
Yeah.
You can find him on Spotify under Farm DJ. That's PHARM DJ. Farm DJ. Thanks, Alex V, for that funky tune, High Frequency.
That is one dope-ass song.
Dude, we have a really great show. We got
man.
Brandon Nealon from the Dragon Disc Golf Club.
I love it.
Here in Colorado. We got Mike Colella, the inventor
Of the Dragon Wagon.
The Dragon Wagon. That's with 2 G's. If you guys haven't found it, it's awesome. There's a Facebook page for it. We'll talk with him.
We're going to see it tonight.
Yeah, right here.
In person.
Like right here.
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right. So, today we're going to talk.
Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's talk about Twisted Cedars and Frizen. We've got the Open at Belton, which was a really exciting tournament. Some big things happened there. It brought back memories of some local albatrosses that happened from a Colorado guy.
Albatross. Now that's
huge.
A bird with a wingspan up to 10 feet that lives by the ocean.
Yeah,
correct?
and it literally came in during the tournament and swooped up a disc and dropped it in the basket. It was an amazing shot. We'll let you know who that was in case you haven't seen it. And Jesse Weiss. This guy he's doing a lot of promoting with the PDGA themselves. He's writing articles for them, and he told me today, I talked to him, Mike.
He's kind of a computer guy, isn't he?
He's more data and numbers, and he's my kind of guy. Like, show me the numbers, right? Because numbers don't lie. Well, that's what this guy does, and he's put together some interesting articles, and he threw out a survey today about disc golf media, and 19th hole got mentioned enough times that it led to a conversation between us. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you guys for everybody out there in our viewer land that mentioned the 19th hole and added us to the other section. Hey, we'll take other right now, won't we, Mike?
Absolutely.
So let's jump on to the green.
Let's do it.
And talk about Frizen with a twist. You guys remember from last week we had Raymond Carr.
Twisted.
Yep, Raymond Carr was here with Brittany Twist. And they were talking about their event they had this past weekend. Turned out to be a full-on safari-style disc golf event, Mike. They didn't announce the location until just,
I think that's so much fun.
It was flab mosh. It was awesome.
What did we end up with? Almost 40 players?
Almost 40 players. They do these every single month throughout the year up until August, September when the main event comes out, which is Frizen. But each one of these events leading up has a different twist.
These are all fundraisers.
They are. And so what they did this week, Mike, it was really cool. They went out to Bear Creek Park in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
And there aren't baskets there. People just brought baskets. They gathered, 18 baskets.
I love it in today's world how easy it is to put together your own course.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I need everyone to show up with your baskets.
Exactly.
Bam.
And it basically,
course.
if you can picture the video on YouTube of all the dancers that just flash mobbed in Central Park to the same, this is what they did. They all came in. They flash mob disc golfed, and it was cool. I heard a lot of great feedback from this thing. They raised a good amount of money. And everyone's a winner. There wasn't really rankings. You were just playing against people.
I heard it was an awesome time.
Yeah, it's great. And their next event is coming up. I think Raymond told me today that it should be open on Disc Golf Scene tonight. And it's called
Twisted Cedars.
It's Twisted Cedars. It's Frizen Bowl. I'm sorry.
Oh, excuse me. You're correct.
Frizen Bowl is the name of the event, but it will be at Twisted Cedars. And if you haven't heard of Twisted Cedars,
oh boy,
and you haven't watched our show, obviously, because we talk about this thing almost every week. So let's jump right back to Twisted Cedars and talk about Johnny Oken and his wife Laura. They ran 2 events this weekend, Mike, back-to-back, Saturday and Sunday.
We've been talking about it. Let's keep talking about it. What a
Sold
great
out.
event. Saturday's event had 72 players.
72.
15 in the open division.
Yep. Who won that first place?
First place, kudos to our boy, local Fly Green team member, friend and disc golf.
Confidant. That's Mr. Tristan
there you
Lucerne.
go, Tristan Lucerne, folks. So give
Yeah.
it up to him. He shot a 7 down.
Yeah, dude.
Shot 1,003 rated first round and 1,006 rated second round.
Yo,
And
Tristan, this high five's for you,
yeah,
dog.
that one's for you, buddy. Dude.
Yeah,
that
great
is some
shoot,
serious
man.
disc golf.
Eric Coca came in second
5
place.
down.
Yep, and then John Booth. You
Yeah,
know,
4 down.
he's
I
the
mean,
guy running St. Patty's Day Meltdown.
I love it.
Came down here. He played 2 days in a row, actually.
Yeah, and a quick shout out for MPO 40 plus Travis Blaze.
Travis Blaze.
First place, 6 down.
Shooting good. And then so the next day they had another tournament, same course, and they did this because Johnny just when registration opened, Mike, it just filled so quick.
What a great
huge wait list.
Great way to conquer that.
We're going to talk
problem.
to somebody tonight that knows about tournaments filling quick and wait lists growing and just the hectic time that there is right now with running tournaments and so many players and not enough tournaments.
Yeah, it is not an
Brandon
easy
knows
task,
about
so
this,
make
and,
sure
and he's
everybody's
gonna
aware.
give us his information. But
Yeah. So this one was called the Phoenix. 62 players,
Yeah.
18 in the open. First place, Jason Frank shot a 5 down. Great round, my friend.
And then
Great
Travis
work.
stepped up to play open the next
I
day.
love
Travis
that.
Blaze at 5
Realized
down.
where he would have finished if he had played open and not.
You know what? And that's important. Like, he really actually looked at it. But, I mean, and again, I did look at the registration page and everything, and Travis probably stepped up for 2 reasons. Nobody else was willing to come down to MPO 40 because he had already won the day before at a really great, rounds.
Right.
So, but instead of saying I'll just play by myself or ask a couple people
that was rad.
he just went right to pro, and that's because he noticed
under
it.
par, finished in second. Third place, Christian
Hohola.
Hohola.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hohola. Christian Hohola.
And listen, so there'd never been an ace ever at Twisted Cedars. Do you know what happened during the Phoenix?
Well, I tell you what, Eddie, we're about to find out.
3 aces, 1 round. We got to give it up to Michael Cruz out of Pueblo, Dan Parton out of Colorado Springs, and Ashley Phelps from New Mexico.
Holy
Same
cow.
round, first time ever with aces. Boom, they came straight in, 3-1 round.
That
That's
is
pretty
so
cool.
much fun. I tell you
Yeah.
what, that is
So
much
the next
fun.
thing, if you guys want to get out to Twisted Cedars, I'm telling you, you have to do it right now.
Yeah, it's
because
coming up fast. That's going to be May 8th and 9th.
only 2 spots are left
That's
open.
it. So who's
And-
going to get them?
Yeah, and this
Who's
is
gonna get
a
'em?
world global event, women's global event is also taking place. This is in participation. So
Okay.
if you can get out there and play and you're a lady, it counts for your points that
Yeah,
way
and
too.
if your skirt is really high, you get extra. Oh, whoops.
That's
Anyway.
that's not true. All right, so we were talking about Brandon Nealon, a guy that knows about running tournaments here in Colorado. Let's give a big round of applause to our next guest, Brandon Nealon from the Dragon Disc Golf
Come
Club.
on, baby.
Woo!
Damn.
Look at that fancy equipment,
Thank you, sir.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Good
Mike.
to see you, brother.
You too, buddy.
Who do you have here with you tonight?
This is Dobby. For all our Sunday Expo tag crowd, they all
hi,
know
Dobby.
him. So nothing new to those guys.
Okay.
Brandon Nealon.
Well, let's jump right in.
How busy
Brandon.
are you, man?
Extremely.
Yeah. How many tournaments on the books this year?
Well,
Before we get too crazy, just how many you got planned this year?
well, we've got flex each month, so we're doing those January through December, 1 a month, varying courses, and then everything from May through September. We have an extra tournament on top of that. A
Beautiful.
couple B tiers this year.
Cool.
Also.
Wow, I love it. I love it. So, Brandon, when did this whole thing get started?
Well, it started back in 2012. Everybody knows our buddy Mako. He originally started the club, and it started gaining ground at Tuesday Expo tags. We'd play ours on the side, and then everybody was like, hey, what are those tags? So I started talking to Mako, and I'm like, hey, man, what do you say I let this, give this a try and see what we can do with it? And it's blown up more than I could imagine.
Yeah. How many
Way
tags?
more.
How many tags this year so far?
This year, so far, we're close to 360. And it's only March.
It's halfway through March.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
did
this is
370.
normally when most clubs are getting started.
I know. We've been fortunate the last couple of years. We just we hit 375 total last year.
Wow.
So that was a 150 member increase over a year, and this year we have no idea what we're going to do.
Wow.
We hit 500 one year with Throw Colorado
I had one of those tags.
Yeah, when we had all the big ace pots, and man, it sounds it is awesome. but there's a lot of pressure that comes with that, Brandon. A lot.
There is, yeah.
Keeping consistent tag matches, and for Throw Colorado, for example, our only tag match this year right now was out at Prickly Pines, and then they had to pull it out. So, if
it'll be back though.
If we move in on you guys a little bit, don't kick us out too hard, all right?
I ain't worried about it. We ain't got nothing at Prickly. I'll be down for some Prickly matches.
All right.
I love Prickly.
So tell us, Brandon, what's a traditional format for a Dragon event?
Tournament or tag match?
For a tournament, excuse me.
Tournament. Well, of course, everybody's familiar with our flex starts. We've been doing those
and
every
I bet
month.
not everybody is. That's kind of why I asked. So just so everybody gets a vibe for, a lot of people are familiar with it, but tell everybody a little bit about it. I think it's a great way to run an event, and when you want to have a large amount of people, it does solve a lot of problems.
For sure. And speaking of problems, for those who aren't familiar, we had a flex start in January at Expo Park. Brought in 285 players.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the second largest tournament in Colorado State history. There was 100 people that walked up the day of, which was completely unexpected. We typically averaged 30 to 40 walk-ups. So this was completely unexpected. It was a debacle, I'll be the first to admit, but I've learned from that, and that's the great thing about it. What we've done now, what we're doing for our flex starts, is we're capping our hourly start times. So you sign up from 8 to 9, you sign up from 9 to 10 instead of showing up randomly. And those are capped at 25 players because that's manageable and we're not overcrowding the course. And that's the big thing that the cities are concerned about, is the overcrowding of the course, because we obviously want just your everyday player to come out and still enjoy the course. Of course. So these little capped hourly flex starts have been working extremely well. We've been able to provide walk-up music for everybody, which I'm having a blast with that because I'm hearing all kinds of new music that I've never heard of before. And, I'm a little old school.
Now, how many people are actually teeing off to, like, Garth Brooks or George Strait?
Country is extremely rare. Saturday, the #1 song was, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. We had like 5 players.
That's pretty cool.
Okay,
it's a great song, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about a fun time.
How fun is that?
So,
Eddie, what would be your song?
Oh, man. I would probably have to go with something by Boombox, my favorite artist. Shout out to Zion Godchild. I love you, dog.
Boom.
I have no idea who that is either.
You would love it. I guarantee it. It adds, honestly, if I'm listening to that on the tee-pad, it adds at least 75 feet to every drive.
Okay.
So I'll share that with you.
All right.
You know what I mean? That's why I throw putters all the time and no drivers.
I feel you. I'm a putter man myself.
Exactly.
Right, so not to get off subject. So we had a massive amount of people show up for a tournament. And obviously there were some complaints because it's tough to keep
too many people. Yeah,
happy.
it just goes fast.
Yeah.
And unexpected overgrowth, like you said, you've evolved a lot, made a lot of changes. I think the biggest complaint we heard was just that the people were kind of starting all over the course.
Yeah.
And then they were running into the same clogging up. Of course, when you have managed times, it's a lot easier to control people coming in. Otherwise, I imagine around 11 o'clock, everybody probably showed up and was like, hey, we're ready to play.
Yeah, right around 11 to noon, there was maybe 50 to 60 people ready to check in. So, it was overwhelming. It was a lot. But, again, mistakes were made.
Well, the key
we learn from our
mistakes.
mistakes.
Hey, buddy, I know about
from our
those.
mistakes.
People still talk about the island hole at Sterling that I put in. You know what I mean?
I came the year after, so I didn't get to see it.
No, hey, that's good. Trust me. People let me know how big of a mistake I made. And you know what? We learn from it as tournament directors. We move on, and we throw bigger, better events, which sounds exactly what Dragons is doing this year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud to have you guys in Colorado. I know Mike is as well. We just, it gives us something to report on, and it's given the players something to do here. You know what I mean? And it shows that we need more tournaments than ever right now.
And that's a great point because just this past weekend we had our flex on March 20th at Adams Hollow with snow and mud all over the place. There was an NADGT event at the Budweiser course that was full.
Yeah.
We still filled with 145 players at a flex. The demand is there in Colorado.
It sure is.
The demand is here.
Absolutely.
So
what's the next event for you guys?
Next event, the registration actually opens tomorrow for women's and juniors. That's How the West Was Won Part 3.
Okay.
That's our mega big boy layout at West Creek for anyone who hasn't played it. West Creek course in Parker. It's already a long course as it is.
Yeah.
But we add a little flavor to it, just like we do with any of our B tiers or big time tournaments aside from flex starts. You get a very safari style golf. We run over 5,000 feet of OB out there. I just ordered some fresh rope just the other day.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, you can expect a big challenge in all divisions. We're having 2 separate Pro Day AM days this year, which is our first time for How the West Was Won. First year is a B tier, minimum $750 out of cash, looking to get 1,000, 1,500, who knows?
Yeah.
Whatever we can get, we're going to add as much as we can to it.
Absolutely.
So early registration tomorrow for women's and juniors. 2 days later will be full registration for all the AM Day. Pro Day registration, we're doing a tiered registration with our Pro Days this year because, again, the demand is huge this year.
It is.
So we want to give our local pros who have been playing open for years and years and years the opportunity to still be able to get in these tournaments.
So are you sending out like a special invite, or is it by rating, or what is it?
Yeah, it's going to be a rating tiered registration. So I don't have the exact ratings in front of me, but our Pro Day registration for tiered registration will be on the 24th.
Okay.
And then it'll be open to everybody on the 26th.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, get in fast, get in early, get in hard.
Because they're going to fill up.
They're going fast.
Don't think that you can wait till tomorrow. So get in on that one. So, well, let's keep talking about Dragon
what else
a little bit. Tell us a little bit about Team Dragon.
Team Dragon, awesome. Glad you asked. For the last, I think it's been 4 years now, we've been sponsoring players. Started out with just 2 guys, Adam White and Ethan Boyd. And huge shout out to Ethan Boyd, by the way. For those of you who don't know this guy, if it wasn't for Ethan Boyd, this Dragon Club would not be what it is today. He is my #1 right-hand man. Couldn't ask for anybody better. He's awesome.
Yeah,
right on. Shout out.
Golfer, great guy.
Yeah, great, awesome dude. So our sponsor players, we do have Ethan Boyd, like I just mentioned, for one of our open guys. Josiah Griffin up in Fort Collins area.
Shout
JoJo.
out to Josiah and JoJo.
And Discmania employee, so buy some Discmania discs here at Fly Green.
Hell yeah.
Everybody knows our artist, Rob Park. The guy does extremely awesome art. Our Year of the Ox right here, which somebody will be getting later tonight. Liz Tor, our female open sponsor. She goes without mention.
She's a great player.
She's
great
Liz,
player.
man.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Liz. Lawrence Taylor, one of our MA40/MP40, because after he competes in some of his national events, he'll be jumping up to MP40 this year.
And that dude used to play NFL football. Huh?
Yeah, LT, man.
LT, man.
Damn.
One of the greatest LTs, but I think LaDainian Tomlinson's just
Is he
a step
still
above.
wearing the lightning
Chargers.
bolt, the lightning bolt earrings?
Nothing I'm aware
No,
of.
okay.
But he's on NFL Network now. He can't
Yeah.
do that. AJ, Lord Marion Bartlett, one of our new members here. He's playing our MA1 division. We've got Russ Birdsall, chiropractor up in the north area, Thornton. Go check him out if your back hurts. He's one of our MA1 guys. And our MA2 sponsored player, Jesse Kuk-Laskowski. Awesome dude and great enthusiasm.
Ex-hockey player.
Is he?
No, I don't know. It just
I don't
sounds
know.
like
He could be. It sounds like,
Sounds
it does. And our junior sponsored player this year, CJ Squire.
Awesome.
Kid just turned 13. Watch
Nice.
out for this kid, man. He can crush.
Congratulations,
He's good stuff.
CJ.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right,
man.
brother. What else you want to shoot at us real quick?
Just a small little thing. One of our good guys, Jordan Judkins, commented
The borrow
on
box, right?
the borrow box.
Borrow
At-
box guy.
At any of our flex starts, you can find a borrow box brought from one of those good people that you always meet in disc golf, Jordan Judkins. He's got a box of random discs that he lets people borrow throughout the round. And you can check it out. If you like it, come to Fly Green, buy the disc. All that good stuff.
That idea.
So that's at every one of our flex starts, so you can always find those out there.
That's awesome, man.
But he wanted to know how I got started, and it was basically when I was 18, moved to San Diego. I went and played around at Morley Field with some dudes from the apartments, and we basically just drank some beers and had fun. I think I threw a regular Frisbee. It was that long ago, but it was awesome. And he wanted to know a snack that I liked that I think everybody would think was gross. I love hot tamales, the little chewy candies, and milk. Wonderful combination. I don't care what anybody says. It's great.
I might
Give
have
it
to
a
try it.
Man.
All right, let's
Delicious.
shoot a couple at him real quick.
We'll have to remember that for another show. We'll have to try
We should have
that
had him
together.
some if
All
we
right,
were
well,
better
The
hosts.
spice in the milk, man.
Before we let you go, Brandon, we're going to hit you with the 30-second round
Oh,
questions.
snap.
We're going to get to know you a
30
little bit better,
seconds.
learn a little bit more about you.
No thinking, just answers.
And you just, exactly. We may go back and forth on this one.
Yeah.
You go first, I'm going to hit, I'll go second.
All right.
We'll just go back and forth.
All right, I'll
I'm
keep
on
it
it.
easy.
All right, and go.
Favorite pro?
Favorite pro? James Conrad. Go Axiom MVP.
Going
baby.
barbecue, grilling, or smoking?
Grilling.
Ooh, Asian or pizza?
Pizza.
Ooh,
That's
hat.
easy.
Hat. Flat brim or bent brim?
Bent.
Okay,
I'm old, man.
Straddle putt or
Oh, no. The other answer.
the other answer?
Either way.
Yeah.
All right.
No straddle.
Pancakes or waffles?
Snap.
Snap. Okay, boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Okay.
All right, we're getting into it now. What's your putter?
Proxy for putting, envy off the tee.
Okay, what's your mid-range?
I don't really bag mid-ranges.
Nope.
It's an
Fairway.
envy and a
Fair
proxy.
enough.
Fairway.
Crave and insanity.
And your distance driver?
Mayhem all day.
I'm
Gotta
seeing
stack about that tall.
Let's see a little consistency there.
yeah,
with
what
one
are we throwing
manufacturer.
here?
Axiom.
That's what he's
Bam,
calling out.
Yes, sir.
All right,
James
guys.
Conrad,
For those
the
of you
newest
don't
guy.
know, one more time. Oh, we got to get to these contests. We almost forget
Oh,
these.
wow.
So,
Giveaway.
yeah,
Quick
let's do
giveaway.
it.
Hit this
So,
up.
are we doing the ninth caller? Is that what we agreed on?
Bam.
Ninth caller is going to get.
Free entry into the Dragon
What?
Individual Skills Challenge, aka known as the Disc.
All right, and it's the ninth caller because this year would be officially the 9th year of the Dragon tags. This year is the year of the Ox. If you guys don't have one of these, Brandon was cool enough to bring one of these in for each of us here at the show, all the staff. So thank you, Brandon.
Call in right now, 303-754-DISC. 303-754-DISC. That's 3472. The ninth caller is going to win free entry. What's the date of this event?
Oh snap! You got me on that one, man.
Well, you
It
can't
is.
have everything.
It's July 17th.
Okay, so you're gonna
July
have plenty of
17th.
time to prepare
Registration's
for this,
opening on May
train
18th,
for
is
this
that right?
event,
That is
make this
correct.
the biggest
Perfect.
event of your life.
So-
What caller? We have our ninth caller yet?
We're working on them. They're coming in.
Our phone lines are lighting up, folks. So just keep calling. Try to get through. We only have 14 lines.
What do you think of the new store, Brandon?
Love it.
Isn't
Love
this
the
crazy?
setup, man. And huge shout out to Mike. He sponsors our event, the Dragon Disc Down, every year.
Yeah.
I had to give him a free hoodie tonight.
Dude,
Ju-
appreciate
That's the
that.
smallest thing I could do, considering all
Totally
the stuff you
appreciate
hooked us
that.
up with. Your latest donation has been a big hit at tag matches on Sunday at Expo.
I love it.
Been giving away a little one each week.
Okay.
It's
I
been
love
nice.
it,
We're
dude.
building up to the big stuff.
That's so much
So,
fun.
so we're gonna do. Producer was just reminding me. We're gonna do your best memory of the 19th hole. Gets this disc right here. Brandon wanted us to pick it, but I think I'm gonna share this responsibility.
Okay, so you're going to put a post right now on our page
On
live.
our page
of a
live.
quick memory. Don't make it take too
Yeah.
long, but just a quick shout out of something that was funny that you might have seen on the show.
You know what my favorite one is, right, Mike? Look, I'm just gonna write it down. Don't even say it.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is an Axiom Mayhem for those who are curious.
That thing
My
is
number one
dope.
driver.
And Rob does some sick artwork. By
Is that
the
not
way.
the best memory?
Uh,
Come on.
I have no idea what they're talking about, by the way.
Dude.
I tell you what, it's funny. I don't know what episode this is total after 3 seasons, but probably getting somewhere near 25, 30 episodes.
We're pretty close, yeah.
And they go by quick. They really
They
do.
do, but
It's
that one
amazing.
it'll never leave my mind. That one will never leave my mind.
We've had some great people we've interviewed on the show.
Absolutely.
Having Big Germ on was about as good as it got,
wow.
just because
Yeah.
that guy he has his own show. I mean, he
Yeah.
almost like took over our show. He was so good. He's just so.
Yeah, we gave him
colorful.
the 50 questions. We had it printed
we
off.
drilled him.
But he practiced, man. He was really good for that, man.
I'll tell
He
you,
went
the
right
guest
through
you've
it.
had that I'm going to miss is old Damon Henry.
Damon Henry.
yeah.
Oh, Damo.
Damo's on Team Throw
I know,
Colorado
we
now,
missed
so
I know,
you know
yeah.
what? We'll
Still
keep
gonna
him
miss the
close.
guy.
Yeah,
Still
we'll
gonna miss
we'll
the
keep
guy.
him
We'll
close.
figure out how
He
to
was
get
one of
him.
those good ones.
Do we got us a winner over there?
Anyway,
snap.
it looks like we're gonna go ahead and pick a winner.
Caller number 9. You want to read that one out? Todd.
Oh, snap.
I love it.
Todd Jacko, my man.
No
Todd.
way.
Todd
I
Jacko.
love that.
Congratulations,
Great work,
bud,
Todd.
man.
That's awesome.
Thanks for tuning in, bud.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, for participating, calling in. You know, that'll be the event every week. So you might as well speed dial that 303-754-DISC into your phone and get it ready for the next giveaway.
All right. Well, we've been here tonight with Brandon Nealon from the Dragon Disc Golf Club. If you guys don't know them, they're pushing 400 tags this year here in the state of Colorado, which is saying a lot because we have clubs literally on every corner. It's getting serious in Colorado.
Yeah,
so
it's
to
awesome.
be able to sell that many
Love the
tags, Brandon,
attitude,
congratulations.
love the vision. Guys, keep
Big
doing
tournaments,
what you're doing, man.
absolutely.
We'll
man.
pick this winner,
Thanks,
Bob,
brother.
and we'll
Thank you,
announce it
bud.
on our next week's episode. And so, big round of applause and shout out for Brandon.
Woo!
Man, I tell you what, Eddie, that guy does a great job for disc golf, and people don't realize how hard it is to host a tournament, be the king of the tournament, run the whole event, and make it fun.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
You stretching?
yeah, you know,
You know,
exactly.
Sometimes it's a good time to stretch.
Hey, man, you know what time it is? It's time for a long drive.
It is. And we got the Open at Belton. The Open at Belton was it was a great tournament. There was a lot of great play. Ricky and Paul shot it out, but honestly, for me, Mike, the biggest thing about the Belton this year was the Albatross
Albatross.
by Paul
again.
Ulibarri. And it just makes me think about, like I said, Colorado's very own J.C. Kester at remember at the Gentlemen's Club
Bam.
Challenge?
That's sick.
Boom.
So Albatross, for anyone that doesn't know, is par 5, and you're going to do it in 2.
2 shots.
And, I mean, let's face it, if it's set up to be a true par 5, doing it in 2 shots is insane.
It is. And Paul threw an amazing shot. Congratulations, Paul Ulibarri. I've never hit an albatross, but I love talking about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I hit one.
Call!
Exactly.
So anyway, keep going here. That was presented by Discraft. Discraft does a great job with that event in Texas, and I tell you what, Eddie.
It's sponsored by Discraft down there, and it is part of the Disc Golf Pro Tour
Right, is
Silver
that a
Series.
DGPT Silver Series event?
It is. It's one of the big ones, and Wysocki came back. I think he was down by 1 stroke in the final round to Macbeth. He ended up coming back, winning by 2.
43 under par.
For $2,000.
Insane.
Yeah.
Macbeth coming in right behind it at 41 under. I mean,
Calvin.
just a couple years ago, 41 under par would have just destroyed everybody.
I mean,
else.
I've
And
gotten
they came in
41
second
under.
this year, so
I've gotten 41 under.
the
I mean, we
gap
played 7
between
rounds, but
second and third here is 11 shots, and that's massive at a pro level scale like this. So holy cow, kudos, a massive shout out to Wysocki and Macbeth for taking disc golf to a level that is literally unprecedented. So
Calvin's
it's exciting. It makes it more fun to watch.
Yeah, and Calvin's not really that far behind him. I mean, you have other great players. Calvin was 30 down. You know, he was just the win, man. It's Texas. You know what I mean?
It's just insane to stretch it out. Consistency.
Katrina Allen taking down the women's.
Damn.
And
Heather
I
Young
was
right
so
behind
ready
her.
for this. I know she's right on the cusp of just breaking out, and she's
got
going to
some
tear
power.
it up, man. She
Yeah.
really is, and she's getting more focused.
And Katrina, we'd love to have you on the show too. I know
Anytime.
it's been a long time since you stepped foot in Fly Green Disc Golf, but we would love to have you back.
That would be
anytime.
amazing. Heather Young came in, so Katrina shot 6 down. Heather Young came in second at 5 down, and
Missy Gannon.
Colorado's very own, our girl Missy Gannon,
yeah.
+2. Congratulations on solo
yeah.
3rd place.
I tell you what, I mean, there's a lot going on. This 26th annual Texas State
This is a huge
Championship.
tournament, bro. This is
mean-
huge. There's 300 players in the AM and age protected divisions, so that's your MP40.
And this tournament now is up to $5,000 added cash.
This is insane.
I mean-
all right, this is in Tyler, Texas. It's the 26th annual Texas State Championships. Every one of the biggest pros will be at this event. All of them.
I love
You
it.
know what I mean? And this is all they're talking about. You heard interviews at Belton, and all they were talking about is Texas State Championships. There's a bunch of money being thrown here. We got a ton of Colorado players that are going to be at this event. Just to shout out a few: Jeff Hungerford, Shauna Tribalhorn, Joe Klosky, Eagle McMahon, Joel Freeman, Kyle Griffin, Of course, Missy Gannon. And you guys remember one of our friends, old Chance Nelson? That guy?
Yeah.
Chancey's going to be playing MA40 down there.
I love it.
Talked to him today. He doesn't sound nervous at all. He gets a few days off work this week, so
Perfect.
He's ready to go.
Hell yeah. Well, you know what? Good luck to all our Colorado players and all the players down there. It's going to be a great weekend.
I hope they do good. I told Chance to win big so he could send me a couple of his payout discs, you know what I mean, for the show.
Yeah.
But what's new with you, Mike? What's new with Mike?
I tell you what, it's been another exciting week at Flag Green. We're getting new product in every single day, Eddie.
New equipment.
And this week, Dynamic Discs dropped the new and well-anticipated Eric McCabe Classic Judge. And I got some right here. And this is kind of a micro bead version of the traditional Judge. These feel awesome in hand, really smooth, just a tiny bit more stable than the regular Judge version.
That was patriotic. You went red, white, and blue.
Well,
that was cool.
You noticed that.
I did.
But anyway, we're super excited about these. Anything Eric McCabe, people really dig. And so the Truths were a big hit, and I think these Judges are going to be a big hit. So you can see that small micro bead on there.
Those are pretty cool. It feels really nice, actually,
really
Mike.
Feel good in hand. These
See
are
if
nice
the audience
and
wants to
grippy.
feel one.
Heck yeah. So these are available, the first run editions. We just got these in.
They're
today,
beautiful.
and we're super
I like
excited.
them.
Super
All right.
excited.
Come on down. How many you got in stock right now? Don't tell me 50. It's ridiculous.
We got plenty. We have about 80 of them.
80. Yep. Let's go to community, Mike. And I've been anticipating this segment for a while. We're going to talk to a Colorado local native, Mike Colella, with the Dragon Wagon. This guy has made his own cart, and from what I understand, Joe Revere actually has or is getting one in his hands. Welcome, Joe.
I love it.
Or
Let's
Mike,
give a big hand to Mike. Come on up, Mike.
Woo!
Yeah. Wow, look at this thing.
There it is.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Now,
thanks for having me. Good to see you.
Mike, good to see you.
Thank you
I
very
mean,
much.
from a fabricator standpoint, because I'm a welder fabricator, so I'm going to tell you the first thing I love about this cart, Mike, is the fact that you have all of the welds exposed. It shows the integrity. They weren't ground down. They weren't covered up with paint. If I was to buy one, I would call this the exoskeleton. This is raw. This is what the man wants right here.
This is actually the Terminator version.
Even better.
And then we have another trim level called the Mecha Dragon. That's a little bit more refined, kind of smoothed out the weld beads a little bit. The first Dragon Wagon was a toolbox connected to a garden cart.
Oh, I remember. You came into my store in
Yep.
Colorado Springs.
Yes.
I remember seeing it.
And every time I'd go on the course, it would fall apart.
Yeah.
And my disc would be all over the place. My friends would be laughing at me. So finally, one of my friends, Chris Moore, saw what was going on and said, we got to come up with something.
Let me help.
And the first prototype was some scrap pieces he had in his backyard. And
Mike's just going to
go for it.
He'll start tearing things apart real quick.
And I said, I just want something that's going to be indestructible.
Yeah.
I want someone to take this out anywhere and it not break down. So it being strong was the most important part for us.
Okay.
And the second thing was the ground clearance. We have up to over 10 inches of ground clearance.
Wow.
And for Colorado disc golf, it has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I took it up to Bailey.
That's impressive.
And that was like the ultimate test for this thing.
Yeah,
and
these
it just
wheels
did
are
amazing.
big. What size is that?
They're
like
they're
12
15 and a half inch
Wow.
wheels.
Wow, that's probably another 4 to 5 inches bigger than the other carts.
Yeah, most of them are around the 10 inches, so we got it by just a little bit more. And the tires are heavier than anything out there, but this is going to give you the confidence to go where you want and it not break down on you.
Air or foam?
These are either. They're pneumatic tires, so
Gotcha.
they are.
Okay.
They're not going to wear on you. They're not going to.
This
No
car
air
looks
pressure.
like it can hold whatever you want.
Plenty of
Yeah,
weight.
oh yeah.
I think so.
I've tested up to 400 pounds, and I just don't know how to add more weight to it.
Well, so
Yeah.
tell us what the inspiration was to get to where you're at
So-
today, where you really just said, hey, maybe I could actually make and sell these.
Yeah, I maybe like 6 years ago, if it was that long, I really wanted to buy a Delta cart. I saw Ricky Wysocki, my favorite player, have one, and I was like, I gotta have one of those so I can be 1,000 rated. You know, you get the cart, you become a better disc golfer.
Absolutely.
That's just how it works. And I looked them up, and I just was kind of shocked at what they wanted for their type of product. And I said, I just got to come up with something. I know I could figure this out. And so this here, this was a big important part for us, not having to bend all the way down to grab your discs.
Right.
That was one of the biggest things for us. I wanted to figure out, because having a cart should make life easier on the course.
Right.
And I figured, well, people keep bending down all the way to the ground to get their discs. And so this was really just the way to go for us.
How many models do you have available, Mike? Different, because this is this is Terminator.
This is the Terminator trim model. Both carts are the same, and we'll have future attachments for a third wheel or fourth wheel. We also have some electric hub motors that will probably just do a very limited run of the electric Dragon wagons.
Which is an interesting story, because when I talked to you a few weeks ago, Mike, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, you had your motorized cart up at Beaver Ranch.
Beaver Ranch, yes.
And you were blazing through there. It was actually pulling you up the hill.
Yeah.
And the folks that own Beaver Ranch now, they saw that, and they actually approached you about bringing those in to rent.
Yeah.
So that's something that's in the future for you, right? Like this could go that way.
Be. I mean, it would be the first disc golf course where you could actually rent a motorized cart
to
take
really
you around.
awesome.
I think that's pretty cool.
So this has drink holders in the back. It looks like it'll hold pretty much just about any size bag.
It's funny too, because it looks like there's one for a hydro flask and one for a can of beer.
Yes.
Is
that exactly what you have there?
Yeah,
that's what I thought I saw.
Adjustable handle.
And
then tell us about the nitrous oxide you got set up in the front here. Because,
sometimes you need just to set the turbos on and you know really kick it into high gear.
So these are competitively priced, right? We're gonna.
We our first batch is gonna be we did 10 for this model.
Okay.
And they're retailing at between $350 and $400 depending on what kind of trim model you have.
Okay. And Joe Revere has one of these. Was I wrong?
I'm actually tomorrow we'll be meeting with him.
That's awesome. I mean, if anybody's gonna put miles on it, who's it gonna be?
Well, and that's kind of what we figured. Joe Revere is the cart guy, and I got a chance to see his cart at the Anheuser Busch day a few weeks ago, and I was checking it out. At first, I was like amazed, like that guy carries a lot of discs.
Yeah, a lot of the same. Like,
yeah.
I wonder how many Firebirds he has, how many Wraiths he has.
By 4 of each.
Joe, if you're watching, you should give me a call tomorrow. I got questions.
Put that comment on our page.
But we're super excited.
In Joe's bag?
For him to take this out because I know Joe's a really smart guy and I know he's going to have a lot of feedback for us that we are absolutely looking for.
Yeah.
And I think that he'll even be able to help us build even a more perfect cart wagon in the future.
A Dragon wagon.
Yeah,
hey,
so
man,
I'm really excited for that.
This thing is awesome, Mike. We're super excited that you were able to bring it in tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
To everybody.
Yeah.
How do people reach you?
Yeah, where are you at?
How are they reach you if they have interest in one of these?
Dragonwagon.com. 2 G's and Dragon.
2 G's and Dragon right here. The Dragon.
Dragon.
Mike Colella with the Dragon Wagon, everybody.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks so much for being on
And Mike,
we
the store looks amazing.
Thank you so much, brother.
Love
we appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Right on. Big round of applause. Woo! That thing is pretty damn
It is
crazy
pretty cool. I like all the welds on it.
I tell you what.
Pretty sick. It's
I'm
pretty
excited
raw.
about our complimentary motorized version.
Oh, yeah, Mike, you brought us a couple. Mike Colella, is he still in the building? Yeah, you brought Mike and I. We get complimentary carts. Is that correct?
Of course.
Absolutely. You guys heard it right here on the 19th hole. He said, of course.
Well, you know what? It's time for the outro. Let's do our recap. Let's wrap this show up. Another amazing episode of the 19th hole, Eddie. I love having local Colorado people that love the sport, love to play, and
you know what? You know what my biggest highlight of this show was tonight, Mike. And I have to be honest. I might get a little soft on you, but we have a really hard-working staff behind here that you guys can't see. Benjamin Fairley from Fairley Creative, Dwight Venatucci, old school Throw Colorado participant, team member, staff member, and of course Kimberly Colvin. all three of these people work, and they're donating their time just like us. And you know, I want to say I really appreciate it. Stepped up with new equipment. They're really getting their game on spot. And if it wasn't for them, you know,
we wouldn't have the 19th hole.
We wouldn't, you know. So thanks to you, Mike.
Hell yeah.
Thanks to all the staff. Boom, 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 boom.
Thanks our team, everybody that watches. Please like our show, comment, share it.
Yeah, definitely like it and share it on Facebook, please. We love getting shares. I want to thank Brandon Nealon from Dragon and Mike Colella from the Dragon Wagons. And we got to really quickly, I want to give a shout out to Fly Green Disc Golf, this Emporium right here. I Fling Plastic, of course, Benjamin Fairley, Alex V for the awesome intro music. And Fat Trailers, Pete at Fat Trailers. If you guys don't have a room right now for DDO, or if you have a room, listen to me. If you have a room and you're outside of Emporia, cancel it right now. Get a hold of Pete at Fat Trailers, PHAT. Get a trailer. It's going to be cheaper than your hotel. You'll be centered right around the bonfire.
Let him know the 19th hole sent you, so you get the best spot in the campsite.
Absolutely. Much love to all of our viewers. Again, give us a like and a share. We'll see you next Monday. We'll announce our guests later this week.
We got some amazing guests coming up in the months to come. It's unbelievable.
We're getting there, Mike.
Stay with us. Thank you, guys, and we will see you next week.
Good night.